reason the ketogenic diet works remarkably well for losing weight and weight maintenance, a lot of people can lose weight, but not a lot of people can follow an eating program that maintains that weight loss. And I think a ketogenic diet can do that remarkably well by maybe some may argue is that it's unpalatable. So you're just less likely to eat more, right? If you're excluding carbohydrates, but it has an appetite suppressing effect. So that's pretty clear in the literature. So that's one reason the keto. Most of the people who are interested in the ketogenic diet are interested in its weight loss effects.
Right.
So I think people need to know that it's not a magic diet. I think Dr. Atkins advocated that there was a metabolic advantage, that suppressing the hormone insulin can allow you to eat actually more calories and you're burning more calories. I don't think the science supports that. There may be some evidence that that's true, but it's very negligible. The big effects of the ketogenic diet for weight loss really come down to its ability to produce inadvertently calorie restriction and allow people, and you're getting the benefits of ketones too, which after you adapt to the diet, you feel more lucid, you have more energy over time, but you feel crappy the first month typically.
That's the keto flu, right? That people typically get. Yeah.
I never really had that. And I think maybe athletes, especially elite level, not that I'm definitely not an elite level athlete, but I did go through periods where I would go through calorie restriction and then calorie surplus and stuff when I was tinkering more with weightlifting stuff. But I think that athletes enter something called post-exercise ketosis. So if they go out on a bike for 4 to 6 hours, they burn up all their glycogen, they tap into their fat, they come back, they're in a state of ketosis, even though they're eating, 300-400 grams of carbohydrates a day, they can enter that state. So, this is a phenomenon. And so I think they are just by definition more metabolically flexible. So when they follow the ketogenic diet,
right,
many of them do quite well and don't have a keto flu. Keto flu is probably also due to electrolyte imbalances or diuretic effect, a mild diuretic effect, or a hyponatremic effect. You excrete excess sodium, things like that.
Oh, okay.
Magnesium may be a little bit low too. Mine was a little bit low, and probably the only supplement that I take for the ketogenic diet is a magnesium supplement. Now, I don't think I need it now because I think I've adjusted my diet, but it's something that was a little bit below normal at a point in time. I was probably not putting my diet together well, and that struck me as kind of odd and explained some of the cramps I was getting, which is a potential side effect of the ketogenic diet. And I've always used magnesium at nighttime.
So can you walk me through what your day looks like as far as what you eat and like for breakfast, lunch, dinner? And can you also give me kind of a beginner's grocery list for someone that wants to get started in this, someone who's really interested in the keto diet?
Yeah. Well, today I didn't eat anything. So
okay, nothing yet.
Yesterday I did. If we use yesterday as an example, or maybe tomorrow, I'm trying to think of my schedule tomorrow, but about 2 or 3 days a week, I do intermittent fasting. And that's a subject we didn't really talk about, but intermittent fasting is something a lot of people are doing, and it's eating within a predetermined window, also called time restricted eating. So you could eat within an 8-hour window, say from 12 noon to 8 p.m. and nothing after that time or before that time. That pushes your body into a mild state of ketosis. And if you're on a ketogenic diet, since you've already adapted to using fat and ketones for fuel, it's easier to follow intermittent fasting.
Yep.
So today I am doing intermittent fasting, and my first meal will probably be about 2 p.m. in the afternoon. And in my bag, I have Wild Planet sardines, and I have Wild Planet sardines, and maybe we'll go out and like have a salad somewhere, and I'll probably put that like on the salad, and that'll be like my first meal kind of of the day. But yesterday it was, we have chicken sausage and we have eggs. So I think I had like sausage and eggs for breakfast. But my food list, I kind of wrote down sort of what my wife does shopping, but like fatty cuts of meat, poultry, and we get like the whole chicken usually with a bone.
Oh, really?
So my wife's Hungarian, and she introduced me, which is pretty big in the carnivore crowd, is eating organ meats. So all the organs. So mostly we eat hearts and livers, and that's a big staple in our diet. So we eat a lot of heart, a lot of liver, beef tallow, like beef fat. We'll use that for different things. We'll make stews. I get most of our beef actually through Butcher Box, which is an online service, and you just order it, you subscribe to it, and it just comes to you. Yeah, it's grass-fed, grass-finished. Yeah, Butcher Box meats. The other company that has superior meat is US Wellness Meats. Their products are very good too, and they also have like organ meats that you can buy. They have like, you can get ground heart and make like heart burgers. It's ground up with like beef fat and things like that. So that and fish, a lot of fatty fish, like sardines, like I said, will be my next meal.
Which are delicious, by the way. I tried them recently after hearing the Tim Ferriss.
Yeah, well, Wild Planet has, so they reached out and sent me sort of, I didn't know that they had like all these different fish varieties. So Wild Planet actually has all different types of sardines that you can go, and they have many different types of tuna fish too, in cans and packets, and they also have chicken, and they're super big on sustainability. So they've done their homework in regards to sort of regenerative farming for fish and sustainability. So I feel good supporting them, purchasing their products. Butcher Box, US Wellness Meats are sort of where we get a lot of our food from. We go to the local butcher too and get like big bones for the dogs and ground meat and stuff like that occasionally. We feed our dogs what we eat. Sour cream is something I have every night to fill, basically to get in extra calories. So at the end of the day, I'm usually calorie deficient, just because my days are pretty busy. But I make like a chocolate mousse at night using coconut cream, sour cream, and dark chocolate baking cocoa. But now I have different powders that are like collagen powder, like chocolate collagen powder that's like lightly sweetened with stevia. So I like throw a scoop of that in with sour cream and blueberries and something really simple. Like every night's like a different recipe, but that's what I had last night. And I'll stir that up, and it'll be probably like 70 grams of fat just from the sour cream, and then a scoop or two of chocolate collagen with wild blueberries. So I get a couple different companies sell wild blueberries, and I buy those. That and salad greens, olive oil, MCT oil, butter, grass-fed butter.
What about the coffee? What's your coffee cocktail? What do you put in your coffee?
Yeah. So today, well, I'm drinking, I'm not advertising for them, but Purity Coffee, let coffee be thy medicine. It's really good coffee, and I'm not trying to advertise for them, but I have, people send me different coffees that I like to try. So I have a French press, and I make about almost a liter of coffee in the morning. Not super strong and not super weak, just kind of, and I have 1 cup, and then I pour the rest in this. And then I typically finish this before noon, and I try to get no caffeine, definitely no caffeine after like 2 p.m., but usually try to cap my caffeine by 12 noon because I'm really big into sleep hygiene, I monitor these things as part of what we study.
I saw that on your Instagram.
Yeah. So a lot of times I don't put anything in my coffee, but there's a particular product out that's really good. It's called Momento. It's really marketed towards cognitive function and Alzheimer's disease. And it's got everything from MCT to theanine to versions of choline that can enhance acetylcholinergic function. So I've been putting 1 serving of that in there. So it supplies some MCTs, but it's not a whole lot of calories. So that's the only sort of calories that I had in my coffee today. So because we've been really busy in work and on the farm and everything, a little bit less sleep than normal. And I notice when I have that, I do notice this particular supplement is sort of giving me the caffeine, and the theanine seems to take the jitters off of the extra caffeine hit that I'll get in the morning. Okay. So that's what I've had today.
So the MCT and the butter?
Yeah, I don't always use butter. Like I don't have butter in this because it has a blend of essential fats, DHA, EPA, MCT. Again, the company is called Momento,
right?
And it's a new product that I'm trying. I met them at the Metabolic Health Summit, which is I'd encourage your listeners to go to the Metabolic Health Summit if they're interested in anything that I'm doing. It's like a top tier, academic, clinical, and also entertainment. We had JP Sears there.
Oh, wow.
JP Sears. Yeah. So he was our entertainment for the gala. It's an amazing event, but Momento they had a booth there, and it was the first time I knew it was coming out, and I had 2 samples of it, and I've been using it, and I love the product. So only about 20% of the things I actually try do I say something like this about. So
you try a lot of stuff.
I do. I have a lot of stuff that I still need to try. A lot of things I shelve. But I love to try products. I do a lot of testing on myself.